Welcome back. With the knowledge on the purpose and components of the developmental task theory postulated by Harvey Gerst, the second video will move on to the developmental task to be accomplished by an individual at each of the specified 6 stages of development. At the end of this video, you will be able to identify the developmental task of the 6 stages of lifespan as proposed by Harvey Gerst, recognize the implications of Harvey Gerst's developmental task theory on counseling. Now let us see the developmental task to be accomplished in each of the identified 6 stages of lifespan in detail. The first stage is for infancy and early childhood. The typical developmental tasks that a child faces during infancy and early childhood are achieving sensory motor coordination, for example, learning to walk. Second is that they wanted to achieve stable eating patterns like learning to take solid foods. Then the third is to learning to walk, building vocabulary and forming grammatical sentences. Then the fourth is very important towards achieving bowel and bladder control. This is where they learn to control the elimination of body waste. And then the fifth task is learning about the sexual differences and sexual modesty. They learn to know, they understand what's a gender difference. And then the sixth task is about forming concepts and learning the language to describe social and physical reality. The concepts may be life, death, bodily functions, space, weight, numbers, time, self, sex roles, social awareness, beauty, comic and intellectual abilities. Seventh task is developing moral. That is, learning to distinguish between right and wrong and beginning to develop conscience. The eighth task is getting ready to read. That may be a comics, fairy tales, nursery rhymes, stories about animals, stories about everyday occurrence. Now let us see about the developmental task that a child is expected to achieve during middle childhood. First task is that about learning the physical skills that is necessary for ordinary games. For example, catching balls, riding a bicycle, skating, swimming, etc. Second task is about the developing self-concept. How to build a wholesome attitude towards oneself as a growing individual. That in other words, we call it as a search for identity. The third task is learning to get along with age mates. That is regarding the social groupings. How to be cooperative, how to be loyal, conforming to the rules, responsibilities, compete and take up leadership. The fourth task is about developing gender appropriate roles, that is to take up masculine or feminine social roles. The fifth task is developing fundamental skills. The fundamental skills may be on reading, writing and calculating, what we call it as 3 R's. The sixth is developing concepts necessary for everyday life. Again, the concept of life, death, life after death, bodily functions, space, numbers, casualty, money, time, self, sex roles, social roles, beauty, and the comic and abilities. Seventh task is developing moral codes. That is, developing a conscience, a sense of morality, and a scale of values. Eighth task for middle childhood is developing attitudes towards social groups and institutions. The institutions may be within a school or a religion community or socioeconomic status. And ninth task is achieving autonomy, what we call it as personal independence. Now let us see about the developmental task that has been to be achieved during the period of adolescence. First task is about achieving relationships. The relationship may be a new and more matured one with age mates of both the sexes. Second is achieving a gender appropriate role, a masculine or feminine social role. Third task is accepting their own appearance, their own physique, and using their own body effectively. Fourth task is accepting civic responsibilities like the desire, acceptance, and achieving socially responsible behavior. Fifth task is on achieving emotional maturity. It is like gaining emotional independence from parents and others, preparing for an economic career by themselves. And the sixth task is preparing for long-term relationship, that is getting involved in marriage and family life. Then the seventh task that has to be achieved is forming self-concept. Acquiring a set of values and an ethical system as a guide to behavior, in other words, we call it as developing an ideology, forms as a task at this stage of adolescence. Now, what are the tasks that an individual is expected to achieve during early adulthood? First and foremost task is achieving autonomy. That is, establishing as an independent person. Second is establishing an identity of their own. That is, a firm understanding of their own likes, dislikes, preferences, and ideologies. The third task is getting started in an occupation. Establishing a career, or at least beginning of it, has to be done at this age. Then comes selecting a mate. A mate has to be selected for committed long-term relationship, or in other words, it's called marriage. Then comes learning to live with the marriage partner. Both physical and psychological adjustments with the spouse has to be made at this age. Then the sixth task is starting a family, for which the individual has to be mentally and financially prepared for parenthood. And then the seventh task is rearing children, for which they should learn to be a parent, or in terms they should know the parenting skills. Then the eighth task is managing a home. How to maintain a house and the financial management of household expenses. Ninth task is taking the civic responsibility, law abiding, voting, volunteering, and other such contribution to the society has to be done. Then the last task is that finding a congenial social group. That is, they have to find a social life that involves friends, colleagues, and family. Then let us look into the developmental task during the middle age. The typical developmental tasks that an individual faces during middle age are: first one is achieving adult, civic, and social responsibility. That is, they need to volunteer themselves to community organizations and such social activities. The second task is they need to fulfill the parenthood responsibilities in terms of assisting teenage children to become responsible and happy adults. The third task is developing adult leisure time activities. These activities may be a quieter activity involving less number of people, and it can be adult oriented, or it can be a selective recreational interest. And then the fourth is about relating oneself to one's spouse as a person. That is, how to end up the parental responsibilities, and that leads to a renewed relationship of the spouse being dependent on each other for companionship. The fifth task is accepting and adjusting to the physiological changes of middle age. That may be in the changes in the appearance, sensory abilities, physiological functioning, health, sexual functioning. The sixth task is how to accommodate the changes in their career. It's like reaching and maintaining satisfactory performance in one's occupational career need to be done. Seventh task is adjusting to the aging parents. This becomes a role reversal for the people. Now let us see about the developmental tasks that an individual is expected to achieve during later maturity. The first one is adjustment to physical health. It is in terms of adjusting to decreasing sensory functioning, motor ability, sexual functioning, and physical strength. And second is they have to get adjusted to the vocation and the finance. It is like adjusting to their retirement and reduced income. Then the third task is that they have to adjust to the changes in family life, which may include the changes in relationship pattern with spouse, or death of a spouse, dependency on offspring or grandchildren. The fourth task is establishing social life. It's in terms of establishing an explicit affiliation with members of one's age group. Fifth task is adjustment in living arrangements. Establishing satisfactory physical living arrangement comes inside. And then the last task is adjustment to civic responsibilities. How well they get adapted to the social rules flexibly gets accounted. In the process of explaining the developmental task specific to the specified 6 stages, Haviger spoke about the concept of teachable moment. Teachable moment in a literal sense is a right time to teach. In psychology, a teachable moment is when the body is ready and the society expects and the self is motivated to accomplish a task. Havigast also believed that learning is basic for living and growing. So he recommends the educators to introduce the students to the crucial task at this teachable moment. Havigast's theory has highly contributed to the field of education in sensitizing educators and counselors to the sensitive periods where the likelihood of successful accomplishment of the task are possible. If some of the crucial tasks are not mastered on time, the individual may have difficulty in proceeding further to the skills of other stages. Now let us look into the implications of Havigast's developmental task theory in counseling. Two justifications given by Havigast as to developmental tasks being important to educators, which applies also to the counselors, are: first one, it helps in discovering and stating the purpose of education or the process of counseling in the schools. Second, the use of the concept in the timing of the educational or counseling efforts. Wherever there is dissonance between the developmental task and the related coping skill, counseling is warranted. Though this theory has its roots in the 1930s, still it continues to contribute to the words of the developmental psychologist involved in counseling. Also, despite many views about developmental task has been put forth, this theory remains vigorous in its testimonial that development is a never-ending process from birth till death. This theory guides the counselors in identifying the possible problem and the cause for the problem in the students to prevent the problems through coping skills training in individual or group sessions. Hope you understood the theory on developmental task and continue watching the next video that will explain the Blocher's theory. Thank you.